This is Voice of the East. My name is Big Ajibo, just so you know. And today we're going to be talking about entertainment. And we're going to bring it down to the East. A lot of things happening in the East with regards to entertainment. A lot of people feel that right now the East is doing so well with regards to entertainment. But some people still have that feeling that for you to get your own share of entertainment, you need to leave the East. So today, we will touch almost every angle of entertainment. We are going to see how entertainment have done over the years in the Southeast. And to have that conversation with me today is the CEO, Sparks of Life Media Company. How are you doing, Naga?
I do all right.
First of all, you did owe me. But that was a conversation that we are going to have after this. So let's get to know your full name. Your full name.
My name is Mezue Chiagozie Gibson.
Where are you from?
From Anambra.
Which part?
Idani, Idembele North Local Government.
Okay, so how long have you had this company, the Sparks of Life Media Company?
I think I registered Sparks of Life. Sparks of Life has actually been working from when I was in uni.
Okay.
Because I studied at Ibaram.
Okay.
I was a director of socials then.
Oh, okay.
At Ibaram.
Yeah.
So that was when, earlier before then, I had a label in school.
Yeah.
Where I signed, one or two artists
as a student
before I became the director.
How long ago was that? How long ago was that?
That's more than 10 years now.
Okay.
You understand? So I was into entertainment, hosting shows in school and all that. So I had like one or two people, like two people that were in the label.
Okay.
It was, so even before I went to uni, funny enough, I grew up here in Enugu.
Okay.
You understand?
Inside it on Enugu?
I'm actually layout now.
Actually layout mixed. Both rich kids, middle class.
I
the real sense of Ugbe. That's what layout.
So before then, why not secondary school with the host parties for here for Enugu?
Which secondary school you go?
I go Good Shepherd.
I'm a rich kid.
I
rich kid. I'm going to say DJ Army children.
Man, I get you one cake is a good Shepherd. You're not going to go Good Shepherd by the grace of God. We thank God.
Okay, that one day. Okay, so way back secondary school hosting shows.
Yeah, we're doing. Most of the clubs they don't. We as secondary school students, we don't go to club at night. So my brother here, Mr. Fields, we had a entertainment company, do not registered, but we formed that within ourselves, you understand? Dragons of the East, that was the name then. We were three. So we were doing bash. Then if you're going to we got my choices.
Yes.
Choices then. We go choices, all those club 125, all those then I go, you understand? We go pay them. We go use them for afternoon from 12 p.m. to 7 p.m. You understand? Then gate fee now, guys 1,000 wine free, so that was then before about university. I kept on doing it. Then Sparks of Life was immediately I graduated. That was when I came up with the idea. Then it was registered like how many? Registered like when officially was registered I think 219 or 220. Okay. That was when I registered the company.
Okay. So you have been active in the entertainment space.
Yeah.
Not just in Enugu, but you're based in Anambra now and stuff. You have traveled.
Yeah.
How do you see the Southeast entertainment industry from when you were hosting parties and choices till now? How has it been for you? Or how do you see it?
There's been a significant growth.
Okay.
Like a very, very significant growth, I won't even lie. Because then it was just the government that would do something, will come like something that would be for everybody in the state, you understand? But now we see what's in the happen now. December, Enugu Nazo, you understand? Things they happen every corner, and it's been a significant growth. And that though then there were artists, there have been artists, eras do come and go, but now I feel like the artists now. And comparing it with what is happening outside and what is happening outside the country and what is happening here, no much difference.
Okay.
No much difference, because every community has. The only problem with the Southeast is just that everything is now as if it's centered to Enugu, but it's not how it's supposed to be.
Okay.
Here needing from everywhere. You understand? When you come to Anambra, you come to Oka, you come to Aba, you come to Owerri, you understand? Artists and everything. But entertainment, as we all know, has so many sectors. You understand? You need about Egu. So all depends there by now.
Okay.
Yeah.
You said something about everything coming to Enugu. So a lot of people feel that Enugu is apart from being the capital of the East, everybody feels that Enugu is like the capital city of entertainment in the Southeast.
True.
It is true. Why do you think it's true?
It's been like that from the time immemorial. Enugu is like the capital of Igbo. You understand? So it's been like that from time immemorial. You understand? Ojukwu, an Anambra man lived here. Ates, an Anambra man has a house here. So Enugu is like the capital of. That's the thing.
Okay. So let us talk about events right now, because entertainment is broad. But let's talk about events. You're active in the event industry, and you have hosted a lot of events for you to understand what events are in the city of Enugu, in Southeast in general. So hosting events in the East, how has it been for you?
In the East, normally doing anything in anywhere in this country is not easy. It comes with a lot of challenges.
Okay.
But at the end of the day, if it's worth doing, it's worth doing well. You understand? At the end of the day, for me, I experienced my own challenges. You understand? I had a very, very successful show in Oka, where I had a lot of artists that came in from Lagos and from many places. You understand? So it was a huge success. You understand? So a lot of shows has gone down in Enugu too that came out to be a huge success. But at the end of the day, I feel like what we just need is like a little tap in the back from the government.
Okay.
You understand? Because this is not what the private sectors can just do on their own. I feel like the entertainment in general needs a little part in the back from government, and Enugu state government is doing that very well.
Okay.
Yes.
So talking about entertainment, I was having a conversation with somebody, and the person told me that it is quite difficult for you as an event person to put in a substantial amount of funds into the event industry and get it back. Do you think it's true?
True.
So how do you make the money that you invest in events?
It's all about knowing what, investing in what the market wants.
Okay.
What the people are willing to afford. You cannot give the community something that is above what they have. You understand?
Okay.
When one thing is having the money, another thing is knowing the direction to go.
Okay.
You understand? It's not all about just about you want to do show. If you like, go Yankee carry the cross, come here. You know, go make your money, no matter as you want to do. You understand? A lot of shows, even in Lagos, Afro Nation cancelled. I don't know the reason, but we all know it was because of challenges with artists and all that. But they said something. I don't know. Allegedly, you understand? Bona charging over 1 something billion and the revenue not matching and all that. You understand? So, at the end of the day, you just have to know what this market. You cannot go above what the market can afford. You understand? And at the end. In the case of loss, you just have to plan for your loss too.
Okay. So, is there anything Lagos is doing with regards to entertainment that the Southeast is not doing?
No.
Okay.
No,
So why is everybody running to Lagos?
The center.
Okay.
The center, you understand? The center. You know, when you're in Lagos, it's like national something. You understand? Whenever if you blow in Lagos, it's as if you're touching both the northern parts of the country and eastern parts and southern. You understand? But when you blow here, it's still like as if you're still limited to southeast and all that. So at the end of the day, if you want to go national, you understand? Lagos is still the thing. No matter how you want to do it, you still need to touch Lagos. Because when some people come in, like maybe major labels or major deals come in, they'll land in Lagos, stay in Lagos. So you have to come there, meet them. Most of them don't come down here for now. For now. That's why I said the government. Imagine if they had a direct flight coming from New York to Enugu. You understand? You know the type of opportunity to grow, to have for Southeast at large. You understand? So that's the process That's the growth. I tell you, like, one day we'll still get there.
Okay. Now, with regards to getting there, you say something about having a flight that will take you directly from New York down to Enugu. What other things do you think the government should put in place to at least have, let's say, half of the kind of opportunities people get or people have when they go to Lagos?
I'm on my list long ago. If I begin the right now,
Just
if
the
I
one way
begin
you
the
remember.
right now, many things they to say.
The one way you
Many
remember.
things
Yeah.
they to say. First of all, we get 20k capacity for Enugu.
I think the highest we have is, apart from the stadium, but the indoor, this thing we have, I think is 4,000. That is the new ICC.
I feel like there's a lot to be done. There's a lot to be done. You understand? There's a lot to be done. Like, it's still a growing. Let's not just feel like, even Afrobeat in general is still growing. No matter how much we feel like it has peaked. You understand? Though now it's looking like as if it's declining and all that, but there's still space for growth. And this part of the world too, there's still a lot to be done. You understand? We have Commissioner of Tourism. We have people who, if they are willing to make the place grow, I feel like they can make it happen.
Okay, so for you now, what are the top 3 things that should happen in the East for the East to open up a bit with regards to entertainment and events?
Security.
Okay.
That's number one. Security.
Okay.
You understand? Security. That's the number one thing. Then there should be a level playing ground to attract investors. To attract I know we used to go to shows, Star Trek and all that, you understand, but lately I haven't been seeing things like that, you understand. It's just as if like the market is now too expensive, you understand. So there's a whole lot to do. Like, this is something like I need to like sit down. If the commissioner, anybody in charge of there, let him trust me. Let him tell me tomorrow I go give him 100 list of things, and inside that 100 you go see like a good number of things where go they applicable.
Okay, let's come down to the talents in the Southeast. Do you think the talents in the Southeast are underrated?
Underrated? No. By who?
By probably people coming into the country. I'm gonna give you an instance.
Yeah.
The talent in the East.
Yeah.
I've listened to conversations where a lot of DJs in the East don't take or don't charge as much as the DJs in Lagos charge. But these artists in the East, they don't get the recognition they need. But they are good. They deliver jobs. They hold down the crowd. And they give you exactly what you need. But you see somebody not wanting to pay an artist some certain amount of money because the artist is coming from the East, but pays way more just because the particular artist is based in Lagos or is coming from Lagos. Then again, you see event planners going as far as testing the bills of logistics, accommodation,
which is a whole lot.
Just to bring an artist all the way from Lagos to headline a show. When there is somebody that is good in your city or in a very close city near you.
But I feel like, sorry to cut you short, I feel
just
like Southeast entertainers, they have to do better too.
Okay.
They have to do better. I've had a situation whereby an artist was in Enugu. I know he was in Enugu. I wanted to book him. He requested for money for flight from Lagos. You understand? So I feel like for us to get to where we want to go, there should be room for honesty and collaboration.
Okay.
You understand? Very, very serious collaboration. Like, there's no need for say this, you are in Lagos, I'm in the East, I'm in this one.
Don't you think that the reason why the guy is saying that is because he wants more money, or probably you will not want to pay him higher,
and that's why
as much as you can.
And that's why things are not happening as it's supposed to be happen.
Okay.
As it's supposed to happen. You understand? I've had me and my team have had a list of events we've drawn up and everything, like things that will keep this part of the world alive too. You understand? It doesn't even cost much. You understand? It doesn't even require much. But once you reach out to some of the artists here, they now, I don't know if it's about being over packaging. Normally entertainment is all about branding yourself, and it happens anywhere in the world. You understand? But you just have to understand that this market now, this part of the world has its own. You cannot invest as you cannot even earn. You cannot invest more than you can earn.
Yeah.
You understand? Because most of these shows, for example, when I look at some shows that happen in Abara Square, and you see 20K capacity filled up, they have sponsors doing it. There are people backing them. State governments, I believe, they are not selling tickets. They are not making the money. You understand? They are just, most times I feel like it's what happens most of the times. I've made my research too. You understand? They sort of do it to show that yes, they have this number of people following. You understand? It's not someone who is trying to, maybe a group of friends or maybe people who are trying to bring money together and keep this part of the world alive cannot be able to do an event and say, hello, for enter free. You understand? There should be room to, okay, you put in 1,000, you make 1,2. You don't even need to turn 1,000 to 2,000. You put in 1,000, you make 1,5. You make 1,3. Still, you understand? That way you can keep reinvesting
Okay.
before you know, you grow your capital into something tangible.
Let's talk about sponsorship. Is it difficult to get sponsorship in the East?
Yes.
Okay,
It's difficult to get sponsorship anywhere.
Anyway, but it's as if that of the Southeast is
Yes,
crazily
exactly,
difficult.
yes, you know.
Why?
I don't know. It just has to do with the brands and their reasons.
So what brand have given you, or what brand has given you the craziest what should I call it? The craziest do's or don'ts, so that they can give you a particular sponsorship.
Now I wouldn't want to call
no,
anybody.
it's not a name. Don't just call the name. Just tell
Yeah.
me the kind of thing they told you, because I'm gonna tell you mine. I wanted to host an event and the brand told me that I should get I was looking for a sponsorship of 3 million.
Yeah.
And the brand is telling me to buy drinks worth 5 million. You understand that kind of thing? So have you ever experienced this kind of thing? And
Sure, it happens.
okay,
It
so
happens.
what's your story like?
I wouldn't want to go into details.
I need you to tell me. I need you to say something about it. You have to say something about it.
The thing what I want to be say, brands, this market now, no, they as I know go want complicate things. You understand?
That is why I need you to complicate things.
No. You know, at the end of the day, they will not just spoiler. You don't know who want help you tomorrow. And I just the thing with it. You understand? Will no complicate anything, because say you know work for Peter, no mean say no go work between you and Paul. I've had people. The truth is, I've had people come in and help. I have people sponsor out of free will.
Okay.
Personally, for me, I've not really worked with any major brand, but I've had people like growing businesses whom I happen to know, who entrusted me. Okay, let's do this thing for me, do this thing for me. I want so and so. Okay, when you are selling, okay, for example, when I was the director of socials in Owerri, that was one of the first sponsorship I've ever had in my life.
Okay.
A brand, a Bitters brand. That was like when Bitters was still coming up. That was like the biggest. That was the number one Bitters then. All these ones that it wasn't even in the market then. So what it did, okay, I'm selling this for so and so amount. You add your ticket price and sell. Anybody that buys, you get a bottle to access the place. You understand? A can of the bitter. So then at the end of the day, we'll share our money. I take this thing, you take your own. You understand? And it worked. Then, but mostly when I do events, I reach out to brands, but I've not had any major brand support me. It's been like growing businesses or mutuals or something. You understand?
Let's talk about the talents. We're not talking about the artists now. Let's talk about the DJs and the hype man. How has the development been so far?
In terms of DJs
In terms of hype man. Do you think, as it stands now in the East, there is a particular DJ that you feel that this person, or in the course of hosting your events, going for events, you have seen a lot of DJs, you have seen a lot of hype men. Do you think that the East have, given birth to a DJ that you can categorically say that this DJ, if given the support, if given everything he needs, he can be world class?
World class in what terms?
World class, like this person can go to any event anywhere in the part of the world, shut it down with his shoulders high.
Yes, a lot. Almost all our DJs, like most of the DJs I've worked with, they can go in at any part of the world. They can go there and have a successful event.
Okay.
The only thing is crowd control. Being a DJ is knowing how to control the crowd. You understand? Same thing with hype man. You understand? DJs has to read the room, and we know when you're talking about any part of the world, it depends on maybe where you find yourself. But any market that's Afrobeat is accepted, I believe an Afrobeat DJ can go there and do well.
Okay.
Yes, that's what I believe.
Do you know that there's this problem between Afrobeat and Amapiano? Because you say something about Afrobeat, not doing well as it should. Do you think the reason is because of this whole Amapiano that is trending right now?
If Amapiano wave is coming now, let's enjoy now. Before Afrobeat, reggae, hip hop, all those things were top of it. So anything that is coming, the world is moving in circles. You understand?
Okay.
One day, if you say this one don't finish, one day one boy from nowhere go start one sound, we go tear everywhere too. Amapiano was started by somebody. So if that's the wave, we want to have a good time. We want to, you understand? So if Amapiano, I don't even see like I feel like everything, you don't expect people to keep, okay, it's not the same type of clothes you rock 10 years ago that appeals you now, you understand? So if that's the moment, it doesn't even mean Amapiano. Something can happen, an Enugu artist here rapping in Igbo can try a new thing in an Amapiano beats and Amapiano kind of sound. Yeah. It will catch fire. You understand? So at the end of the day, that's the thing about the future. Nobody knows. But whatever, you just have to enjoy the now. Okay.
Coming back to Sparks of Life, your media company, what other projects do you handle apart from events and,
Okay, Sparks of Life is a group of company. It's a group of company. We're into real estate too. We are into food production, Sparks of Life Naturals, which is coming up, you understand? So, and mainly entertainment is what gives birth to Sparks of Life, the entertainment company. So we organize events, we do concerts annually, we bring happiness, you understand? We just know how to serve happiness to the table.
You are the guys that packaged the All Whites party, I think, in January.
Yeah, that was the last one. That was the third edition. We do that every January.
Okay, every January.
Yeah, that was the third edition. Headlined by DJ Wind.
So why did you people decide to carry DJ Wind to headline that show?
To headline it?
Yes.
He's been around the world. Did you see what he did in Canada? Did you see what he's about? You will still see what he's about to do in UK.
The boy is doing this UK.
So that's his town.
Yeah.
He grew up there as a DJ. That's where he started. So what we gave him was like a homecoming and support and a ground to have you and come and do your thing and entertain your people. Okay. Yeah.
So which other events, apart from the one you do in January, which other events do you people run throughout the year?
Throughout the year? We run the festival, Sparks of Life Festival.
When does that happen?
When it happens around August, but this year we've not given the date yet.
But it will happen this year?
Hopefully.
Okay.
Hopefully.
Which other one?
Then we'll have something cooking too. I wouldn't want to talk about it here.
Why? This is media. You need the promotion. This is media. You need the promotion. Just to pay your house.
So I mentioned something earlier about knowing the market and knowing what the market wants. Yeah. I feel like nightlife, it's declining. When you look at clubs now, it's looking like as if drink sales are not even as young people now, Gen Z now, no really fancy bottles. Yeah. Now, as the way then bottles was like a big thing. If you see person enter club, waiting you go they look most of the time now. Waiting. If you don't see Ace of Spade for this bottle, you go no say na ballers. They here, you understand? Yeah. You go one farms, you go one know who be this and all that. But now I feel like now the people now they really, I don't know whether they old fashioned or anything. So we are planning something that it doesn't have to be luxury. You just come have a good time on your own budget. You're very, very budget friendly. Yeah. Nightlife and coming out used to be a time where people network, meet people. You understand? But now it's not looking like as if say, if you enter club, apart from you and your guys, you go be like, especially I don't they talk. You can't be like, you understand what I'm saying? Yeah. It's not even enticing again. Anymore. You understand anymore? So we're just planning on something that will be very, very, very budget friendly. You don't have to break the bank to have a good time. You understand? So that's what we're working on. And and it's going to happen here, Enugu capital and day.
Oh.
You understand? So I be proper Enugu boy, so we dey carry this one come house.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a good one. That's a good one. So with regards to, you know, how long you've been in the industry, there are challenges you've seen, there are challenges you have surpassed. So with your experience, what are the most, you know, critical challenges you've faced throughout the period of time you have been doing events, way back secondary school till now?
Oga bata na finance now.
Yeah.
That one, anything where you want to do with finance never be problem. You never really start, you understand? Oga bata na finance. Then other ones na natural occurrences. You understand? Natural occurrences. Maybe okay, when I was about to do Sparks of Life, the one that had over 6,000 people in attendance.
Oh.
You understand? There was something happened few days to the event, and it's almost
What was that?
like, okay, something happened. Okay, insecurity happened.
Okay.
Insecurity happened 2 weeks to the event. Then a week to the event, we lost someone. You understand? So it's just so that's why I said that natural occurrences. But that's why when I mentioned about the government coming in and all that.
Now, why you take security personal?
Very, very personal. Like because once security day, it go give you morale to open shop. If you come here, this place, you know the fear say nobody go come scatter your shop, carry your AC, carry your speaker, carry everything around for night. You go open your shop. Once 9, 10 knock, you close shop for the day, go house with peace of mind. Say, because sometimes you have to go as far as taking a loan. You understand? Taking a loan to start up something. Then at the end of the day, you don't enter Bwese. And before you can bounce back from that, you have to, you know what they talk about.
Yeah,
so,
sure.
yeah.
Okay, so for somebody, let's say your younger self, like you want to advise your younger self, what are the 3 things you're going to tell your younger self with regards to how far you have come with regards to the entertainment industry?
What are the 3 things I'm going to tell my
your younger self? Or probably you have a junior brother that wants to do what you're doing. What are the 3 things you're going to tell the person based on the experience you've gathered throughout these years? As per advice.
Number 1 advice is money will always be a problem. 1, don't wait till you're ready.
So just do it.
Just start, even if it means starting small.
Okay.
Just start. Then the momentum will grow. Madam and Nakata Michael Jackson before in dance, you go first. Woo! You understand? So just start. You understand? No matter how small. Start. A moving man will surely meet his luck.
Okay. So for you to have a successful event, what are the things that you need to put in place?
You know, nowadays everybody they do events, everybody want the events plan, everybody want the.
But from your experience,
just have a proper team.
1.
A proper team, like you cannot do everything. You cannot get the word across every nook and cranny of the state or anywhere you want. You need to have people like minds for anything to happen. Okay, I take all the great companies that have excelled. Steve Jobs, I was watching his interview one time. He said that he started Apple in his garage, in his dad's garage. You understand, with his group of friends. Same story with Amazon, same story with Facebook, same story with YouTube. You understand? So for greatness to happen, you need like minds. You understand? Like minds, and you have honesty in the sense that nobody should be cheated. When you're bringing something to the table, you're getting equivalence of what you're bringing to the table. But when you're starting something, there is what they call sacrifice. You have to, you understand? So that's just it. You understand? Because nowadays it's just as if everybody want drive G-Wagon. Everybody want drive this one. But what do you do? That G-Wagon, for that G-Wagon to come. G-Wagon no be the end of the world now.
Yeah.
You understand? If you drive G-Wagon for now, when you're in your 20s, if you reach 30s, you go still drive waiting past G-Wagon now. You understand? So you still have to, and now something will bring them. So you have to.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
So in the course of wrapping up, do you want to send any shout out to any person Or is there anything you want to tell any person, probably your team, or something that you have not said anywhere that you want us to know about your media company or anything like that?
How many minutes do I have? I have a whole day.
No, you have 1 minute.
1 minute is
Yes.
too small, but wait till I want to talk.
Just know as you go take round them up.
Wait till I want to round up now.
Because I've been talking, say, make them give DJs, make DJs, they give hype man 1 minute loop. They say 1 minute is too much.
Wait till I want to talk. We say, this is the voice of the East, and I'm here with Big Ajibo. Let's keep enjoying this show. That's all.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
And this is where we round this up. Thank you, the CEO, Sparks of Life. And apart from media, and I don't hear every other thing when they do, and it was bettered from events. Okay. So, before we come out, I want to make you do this camera. Tell them, say, your event where they carry, come in Enugu. Say, you guys confirm me as one of the hype men. Tell them.
Must.
Tell them, use your mouth, talk up.
Big Ajibo, #1 hype man. Ladies and gentlemen, let me make an introduction the way I'm going to introduce it. Ladies and gentlemen, this is CB Sparks, aka Big CB, and I want to tell you guys that Big Ajibo is the #1 hype man for the coming event in Enugu. Peace.
That's it, evidence. We go bring out this one, go frame and wear. Thank you so much for coming.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate
Thank you so
bro.
much. It's good to have you.
Yeah.
Thank you.